So today I wanted to bring to you, there's been a little few changes. First of all, I just ran in the door and grabbed some things and started working on this. And I knew it was going to take me some time. So we'll see what happens and say a little prayer. But uh, tea today. I didn't get a tea made because I was on this system for a little while longer than I thought. But I wanted just to do a test, and if you view this later on, you can answer as well. But what makes a black tea uh, Earl Grey? Does anyone know that? I see one person that is on. I'm not sure where they're at, but I'm excited to have one person. If they could comment, I don't know if I'm going to get the chat or not. Hide the chat. No, I want to show the chat. But anyway, okay. So what makes a black tea an Earl Grey? Oh, I see now, Laura. Laura. Okay, I got one person. Yay! It's working. Um, okay, the answer is bergamot. And if I don't say that right, I've had so many people tell me different ways of saying it. That's just how I say it. So it's a essential oil that I know of. I have, but that's what makes a black tea Earl Grey. And you guys know that's one of my all-time favorites. Before I started this venture down the yarn and tea segments and so forth, so I have learned quite a bit and have lots of other favorites now as well. But still, that's my calming go-to. If I can't get anything else, I'll grab an Earl Grey, especially when I'm traveling because it's sometimes hard to get a tea. However, I am going this weekend to Sparta, North Carolina, and the Blue Ridge Fiber Festival. And so that festival is about a 6 hours. Oh, yes, Roibus. I found out how to pronounce that one, Laura. I was saying all kinds of different names, but I got that little man on the Google or whatever he is to say it. Roibus. So I got it right. I've been practicing. I am a big fan of that tea, very much so. Um, I like them all, to be honest with you. Another question I was going to ask folks is herbal tea really a tea? And you know or have an idea, then you can answer in the chat. Um, what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, going to Sparta, North Carolina. It is about a 6 hour drive for me. So my brain just kind of went away. Oh, well, it was something to do with traveling, going away, and why I liked, oh, Earl Grey. Yes, got it. So I bought a mini kettle that'll boil water very quickly. So I'm pretty cool, excited about that. So I could take some of my loose leaf in little tins and have the water, and I'll be set. So I don't have to worry about hunting down somebody to give me some good tea. But I also have a tin which I carry the sachets of Earl Grey when I need them. So we're going to try that kettle out, and I'll let you know if it works real well, and then I'll share it. But I just got tired of not being able to make my tea when I wake up in the mornings. So that's how that goes. So today I want to show, well, I'm wearing my Evermine shawl again. I love it, and I'll take it off, but I'm wearing a nasty looking t-shirt. But this is the Evermine, and it is it starts out here and it just increases. And I did block this, but it's rolling because the way I've been wearing it. And then you get into some zigzags, chevron, and then you get into just playing with your colors. I did it in this colorways because I have a lot of yarn, and I thought of it's one skein of fingering full skein, and believe me, it's I think pretty much a full skein, and two uh, minis. And I went and played around and found this and said, hey, I don't usually do anything with blues. Let's do it. So, but the original was done. Hey, Tara. Was done with Jem Luxe sock, and it has a little few more yards than mine did, but that is beautiful, isn't it? Can you see? And these beautiful colors, and they're very similar, but they're not. It really is beautiful. If you haven't seen this shawl, it's on my it is on my website, where you can get the yarn if you want to. It's under Evermine Shawl Kit. And then there is hold on, go to Factory Girl, and you can see lots of different pictures from her. She actually did this. She was the designer of the shawl. So you can go to Ravelry or Factory Shop Factory Girl. No, yeah, shopfactorygirl.com, and pick up the pattern there as well. So it's Evermine is the name of the pattern. So it's pretty cool. So she picked out these colors, and she gave me 3 choices. So of course I went with the ones that like stood out to me. And that's why I did mine in the blue, something different. And we'll have this on display whenever I travel around. But hey, Fiona. And I see Tara, Laura. Cool. I'm reaching some people. It's supposed to be going live on Facebook too, but I can't tell because I don't have another way to look. So that is not the kit that I have online comes with the pattern. So if you got one of those kits, you get the pattern with it. You don't have to worry about it. What I love about it is the first part is just so, well, mine, you just keep doing it. You don't have to have the pattern until you reach, I think, 120 something stitches increased, and then you start the other. So it's pretty easy. And I like wearing it. Now, today, I wanted to do some, except when you got it backwards. So today I wanted to style some shawls, but I'm going to put that on hold because I actually was in touch with Laura from Jul Design. We met at H&H, and I found out she's going to be at the Fiber Festival I'm going to this weekend. So I'm going to make sure, and she is really good about doing that. And I want to learn from her as well. But I want to take some of the different shaped shawls I have that I have a hard time, doing that and wearing them. So I'm going to get her to do either a live session or a Zoom session, and we're going to have some fun. But I wanted to show you I don't think I showed you in person the new stud buttons that she's done, and she's had them out a little while, but can you see that? That's one of them. So this comes in a a 10 of 3. So this could easily, I'm thinking, she does it so many ways, but I'm thinking of a cardigan that maybe you don't want to put buttons on it, or even if you have just a few buttons, you can kind of, cover these. She'll show that too. But anyway, I love this. And she did it on shawls as well, and pretty much uses all 3 of them um, in a way that you will be blown away by. The other ones there are 3 of these. You can see. Let me know if you can't see anything. And these are Art Nouveau, I think is what she called these. Yeah. Magnolia. Art Nouveau. No, Magnolia. So I love those. These are all on the website. And Jul's Design is, J, U with a line or whatever it's called. All right, what else? Oh, I brought the same ones. Pooh. There was a couple others. There's one that is I didn't bring it out. So these are really tiny. And these are silver, they're brass silver, but they're not glossy. They're actually flat kind of, and although that looks like, I don't know if you can see it. But there's 4 in this package, and I also have glossy ones that are high gloss that look cool too if you're interested in that. And then the last one I have is a daisy, which you can, I think I can't get too close to that camera. I'm trying to find the best spot. Anyway, can you see it? I hope. But you can wear it sideways, upside down, on top. They come individually, but you can buy 2 and play around with those, how they work. So it's pretty neat. I like it. Okay. So those are on the website too. I'm debating whether to bring them because she'll be there with all her stuff. I usually try not to do that, but I don't know. I may have some things that she's not bringing, so I'll find out. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up pretty soon, I hope. So today, too, I was going to sneak and tell you a little thing that I did, and I think I've read the pattern wrong, or I'm just totally out of there. But I showed you we're getting kits for this particular shawl. And I found out you can make it the Intarsia across or do this, which I chose to do this. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, it splits so that you can work the Intarsia. But my problem was I didn't see anything to tell me to keep working the back side. So I thought I did pretty good in Intarsia for my first time. Now, this is the linear, and I thought it was pretty good. Now I will write I got started on a message to Lisa because she said I could call and ask for help at any moment. So I am, because last night, I hate to tell y'all, but I got done. I was so excited. It took me 2 days, that's all, which is pretty good for me. And then it said, when you're done with your last Intarsia row, you just continue on and knit in the round. And then you'll come back and you knit the top of that. And I sat here for the longest time trying to figure out what was going on, because this is the other side. So I worked this piece back and forth because you're going to mattress stitch the two sides. But it said to do that. If I start working in the round from here, it's not going to work. So I read that pattern and I read that pattern, and it's probably me. I'm saying it right now. It did not work, and I ended up um, just putting it down because I was so frustrated. So I guess what's going to get me out of it is I go and put these on a stitch holder and then work the rows, straight rows up until I can work in the round. So if any of you, know maybe what I did, I just can't imagine. And I thought you had to use, I mean, it talks about, I don't know, was I supposed to keep, well, no, because you're going to be stitching this, it talks about that. So I don't have a clue. If any of you do, so we'll find out. I think I might make a post later on once I talk to her. She's probably going to laugh at me so bad because I'm probably the only one that's done that and needs help. So anyway, that's where we are today. Is anyone? Can you hear me? I guess I'm hoping you can. This is different from any situation I've had. So, what's coming in, or what came in the door right as I almost started, was the new Granny Square Flowers card deck. And so oh, good. Thanks, Laura, because I feel like I'm alone on this new thing. So, this is the brand new deck that came out just, I think, on the May 17th, maybe, or May 27th. I can't remember. But this is the follow-up to the one we had before, was just the granny square. So I sold out of the other box, and now I have I brought these in, and I can get more of the other, but thought those would be good. So these are on this, obviously on website as well, under books, because I couldn't think. Oh, I think I might have tagged something with a card deck on it. So that's what's on that particular piece. And so I'll be taking some of those with me as well. Another piece is, wanted to show, I got this sample back from Lonnie, and I think she's in Texas. Yes, I believe she's in Texas. So she did a sample knit for me, which is Accidentally in Love. And this is Callie Monster's beautiful shawl that she did using Jem Luxe Fibers. So this is yak. Gosh, this looks so good. I am using actually Callie's samples. So I needed one so I could return hers, because I get worried I'm gonna something may happen to them, and I want to make sure I get them back to them. But she's been so gracious to let me have them for all my shows. But now this is beautiful, and it fills and drapes so wonderfully. So this is a yak blend, so it's got silk in it. And at this minute, I cannot remember the breakdown of merino, yak, and silk, but it makes a big difference. I've worked with yak before, and but the silk in it makes it really nice. So this is using tourmaline and turquoise and gypsum, and they are also on my website. So that's a beautiful shawl, and This is one I'm definitely going to talk to Laura about how to style it. Yeah, I can wrap it all around, but is there a cool way, because she's so sharp on this, how to turn it upside down or do whatever and use some of those stud buttons? I think will be beautiful. So thank you, Lonnie, for doing this. And when you're ready to do something else, let me know. I'm always in the need of that. And Laura, you should be getting your yarn either, I mean, sometime today or tomorrow. I have to double check. Going to South Carolina though, and that's where you are, Polly's, right? So it should have been there by now. So those are kind of like my show and tell. And I was going to just follow up from last week that I was trying to use this swatch and show you guys how, camera and be able to show you much better. Well, I'm still going to do the filming. I just I didn't like the first go round, so I'm going to do it a little bit better. So stay tuned. It'll come up on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to use all 7 of those gauge tools because I couldn't believe how many I had. And oh, it arrived today. Oh, yay! So there, I just want to show because you'll like your own, your favorite, and I'm curious as we move on. But I can't believe I had 7. Oh, and I forgot the other one. I would have 8 because if I got the tape measure, I was using just a plain ruler, but you can definitely use the tape measure. And but I'm going to make and then I figured out how to do the filming. Just I got it. So when I'm on live, I can toggle between cameras. But I'm told you, I'm trying my best. Since we opened 6 years ago, I think I'm doing pretty darn good for an oldie trying to learn new things with technology. So I'm getting it done. I am getting it done. But I can't wait to do that because it'll be my first kind of tutorial situation. So I hope everybody will like it. So I also got a couple of other plans and so forth. Going this month, going over to um, Lake Junaluska in June just for one day for a little shopping. Someone wanted me to come and just park outside for shopping to the public. So if you are in that area, by all means, come see me. It's going to be 10 to 4 in June on the 14th of June. So it's a Saturday, and I'm just going to be open 10 to 4. So you can come and see me. And then I return to Lake Junaluska, which is in North Carolina. I always say it wrong. Maybe I say it too much like Alaska. But in June and in August, I'll be there with the Carolina Fiber Retreats, and I'll be parked outside as well. And we always have a good time. And people who want to public come by to shop or to look, they're welcome to. So that's just out there for you guys if you're in the area. Uh, oh, Kendi, damn, it's so refreshing. Oh, thank you, Kendi. If I say your name wrong, I'm sorry. But she says, it's so refreshing finding more experienced knitters in this space. You bring back the essence of the knitting culture that I fell in love with years ago. Thank you. Oh, that makes me feel so good. And I'm glad I'm doing something for you too, because that's part of what I wanted to do. And this is new for me. I mean, I'm saying that, I didn't want to do any of these lives and things like that because I didn't know what was all involved with. But I talk to myself anyway all the time. So it's kind of nice to maybe get an answer back once in a while. You can talk in your car now, and people don't seem to, look at you funny like they used to before cell phones and before earphones and before they could, you know, you could talk with your car and all that, but they have no idea. So it kind of saves me because I'm always talking to myself. And interesting enough, I was driving back from my appointment today, and I was practicing some of the things that I might talk about today. And I said, stop, because every time I practice, I tend to forget what I practiced about. Okay, I'm telling too much on myself today. But anyway, um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk about because next week we've got Kimberly McAlintin coming in, and I got to have all this straight by then. But I already saw where I could punch a button to invite her on, so hopefully that will work. But we are going to talk about sweaters. And I know my post today or mentioned something about, what's your favorite and whatever, and what looks good on you. But really, I want to talk about all the different structures. Hey, Kathy. Um, I want to talk about all the different structures of sweaters, how we, knit them and, how the sleeves are and kind of just, you know, and that was brought up to me when I listened to Ann Budd this past 2 weeks ago on the Fiber Chats. And you guys have got to watch those if you get a chance because they start back up in the fall. But they're 1 hour and they're awesome. And they're only $20 and you sign up at one, and it's worth it. You pick up something, I don't care if you've been knitting a long time. And I just got her to see all the different ways that you can structure your sleeves and this type of thing. And I thought to myself, have you ever thought about what looks good on you? I thought I have a little bit, but I haven't really dived deep into it. So that's what I'm going to talk to Kimberly with. We're just going to, she's done designs on all of the ways that you can do sleeves. She's done them. I know the designs, and we're just gonna chat, and we usually end up laughing a lot. So it will be a good one to come to next week and share it with everybody, um, because we can answer each other's questions sometimes, and that might be a problem. So I'll have to keep my mouth shut and let her present. But we just want to hack back and forth. She's designed a lot of things for the truck. She's even thinking about doing something else. And we want to just explore that. And I'm hoping we get engaged some folks because, you know, leave that. Do you know what sweater or what type of sweater, what type of structure looks best on you? And I know it's a big question, but also maybe there's styling that can be done on some. So, do you always make just what's out there? And, have you really thought about maybe not how you look, what you feel, but what looks right? So, we're going to explore that. I don't know how far we'll get, but we'll do something. But I just want to bring some of that up. So, make sure if you haven't already to check the website. I have spent a lot of time this past 2 weeks uh, getting home from Chicago as all this new stuff is coming in. I have been putting it on the website. and put it in the inventory so that when I check out people, it's there. I'm a bad girl for sometimes not having it online on the system, but I've got pictures. I've done everything I possibly can so you can get at this beautiful stuff before, if you can't come and see me live. And sign up for my newsletter if you haven't done so yet, because that's where you're going to see all of my stops as well as what's going on. Oh, and one other thing. I forgot to mention the Astro Pop sweater with Marie Green. So I joined this. I decided to do it. I've never participated in any of that before. Don't really know if I ever have seen anything about them. But Queen City, who now is on board with one base of Pearl, it'll be here in mid-June, and she is doing kits. So that I looked it all up, and I thought this sounds like a cool thing. I have no idea or think I can do a sweater in 4 days, but just the community. So I sent out, and you can register till, because it's tomorrow night, 7:30, I think, is our time, because she's trying to get Pacific and all those, everybody in. So we will go on a Zoom. I can send you the link to the Zoom. We reserve that time for my clients. I know there'll be other shops on that at that time as well, but I'm going to do a drawing tomorrow for all those that signed up to be on this Zoom. I'm going to do a little prize drawing probably at the end of the day tomorrow, since we still have time. And then I'm hoping to share it on the Zoom. If I don't, I'll send out an email to everyone that participated or sent me a post. And then the kits are, last day to order kits are 19th. If you want me to put a kit together, if you're not loving the colors or you want something just a little different, you can always call me or email me, and we can set up a personal shop time, and I can put some kits together for you. Put one together. I love doing it. It's one of my, I don't want to say funnest, because I don't think that's a word. But I love doing it. So colors are my thing, and I really like putting things together. So I love the sweater. I don't have it in front of me, but it's short sleeve, top. I can't remember if it's top down. I want to think it is, but it might not be. Uses one pop color. Top is different than the bottom, and it's got a darling little side seam that sets off. I think that just keeps you from going crazy. Doing stockinette is having that side on both sides. And anyway, so I'm going to also have a knit along. I'm going to have the big knit along blast off is going to be, I talk with my hands, guys, July 4th. And that's a really strange weekend, because I know so many people are going to be out. But if you're at the lake or the beach and you're just sitting there watching, maybe, join in. And I'm going to do something probably on the next day to get people together. So that's just the point of it. It's just trying to get everyone to come together and knit. Pop in, pop out. That's the bottom line. You can do that. So look for that post. I'll get more of that. I think tomorrow night she's allowing the yarn stores to just say a few things. Actually, if you want to show your sample, ha 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 ha. I just found out about this 2 weeks ago, and I already had my lineup of what I've got to get done. So that wasn't happening. So I have picked out my colors, and I think I will start it on July 4th, and I will knit with you whenever we do the Zoom. I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know. Maybe I will get it done in 4 hours, or 4 days. I mean, uh, but the first thing I got to get this cow fixed because I don't know what I've done, and can't wait to see if I just can't wait. So if I've got that figured out, then I'm on board. 4 days, heck, it's in DK weight. We can do it. I know we can. And I'd love to see, anyone can join the Zoom once I put it together and so forth. So we'll talk more about it. I promise. Anyway, I think that's all for today. And we will meet back next week, June 10th, with Kimberly McAlintin. And if you don't know who she is, her website's knitarainbow.com. And we will have a great time. I guarantee you next week. I'll get to uh, bring someone on. It's going to be fun. So have a great day and thank you for joining us.